Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut 11. This is Kathy speaking, and welcome to your Wednesday love reading that we do every week. I hope you're all doing well, doing fine, and we're looking at love. So remember, this is a general reading, may or may not resonate with everyone. We'll be taking some general love messages at the end of the reading. We will not be doing the yes please this week. For many reasons, but I want to jump straight into the reading and see where love is at this present time. Do concentrate on your person. We're using the Witch's Tarot this week, which is my favorite deck of all, and it's going to be a quicker reading. I don't know if it's even worth our time going an hour plus with these readings, as the views have been really low, so I'm wondering if this is worth my effort. Nevertheless, there's a few of you out there that I still want to be able to guide, so this is going to be a quicker reading. Let's go. Let's see what's going on in love. Venus is now in Virgo. She's a bit stingy with her money, with her love. She shows her love through actions. Let's see what's going on. What is the Karma Dharma, dear Spirit, relative to love? Today, the 24th of September of 2025, right out of the gate, relative to that solar eclipse in Virgo. Wow, there's an ending. I've got Scorpio here, Scorpio energies. They've been very potent, the Scorpio energy, generally in my readings recently. So, of course, Mars has ingressed into Scorpio now. He's come home, so whatever's meant to go is going to go now. Whatever's meant to be acted upon will be acted upon, and it's about a change. It's about an ending. Scorpio always speaks to ending, purging the toxicity, okay, and keeping what is deep, what is intimate, and what is worth your effort. Let's see what is going on relative to love, dear Spirit, with this twin flame connection. Let's go. Let's take the cards. We've got a Knight of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. What is the challenge? The Three of Wands. It could be third parties, or it could be that someone has now made their choice, but they need to put more effort. Three of Wands, remember, is I've done the work. Here it's in the challenge. More work needs to be done, more clarity. The news, the communication can come through quite challenging, quite harsh with the Knight of Swords. Someone could be going through a legal situation. They're both facing the past, so I do feel that past issues will come up, possibly past relationships, to either sever, clear, and move on, or clear and renew. We've got a Seven of Pentacles. Someone's waiting on communication. Someone's invested themselves. Could be 7 years, could be 7 months for others of you. Or someone's more focused on their money investments, more so than on love, because wands are vocation, their work. Someone could be more invested within what they do, the work they do, than more their emotional life. There's Four of Cups, emotional lack of happiness or stability here. That's the seed. So whether it's you or whether it's your person, or both of you haven't been emotionally happy where you've been residing, who you've been living with, or even with the relationship. Recent past, Ten of Pentacles. Someone could be in a family situation, another marriage, but it's sort of a cycle that's coming to an end, turns into an ace. Remember, someone could be, as you could see, the Knight with a sword is cutting through a family marriage situation. So again, 7 years, possibly 10 years for some of you. Ten of Pentacles is extended family as well, so someone may be looking for support from family if they're going through legalities, separation. And I'm going to say, because this is a card of great abundance and legacy, there could be a big difference between you and your person relative to your financial status, your legacy, where you've come from. The near future. We've got the sun, and the sun is clarity, it's happiness, it's fun, it's flirtation. Leo comes through very strongly. The main major arcana in the deck, in the spread so far. The sun can speak to reconciling, or that someone's ready to be confident, to lead, to want to reconcile, or just to be clear about what's going on. Someone may be coming through as more childish, more playful, trying to lighten the energies, because something here is about to change greatly. Let's look at the position of you. Let's bring the reading up a little bit. And some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Leo. Fixed energies. Fixed means stubborn many times. In the position of you, we've got a Queen of Cups. So you've opened your heart. You've been very nurturing and loving and giving. Maybe some of you are retracting that if you've been waiting forever. I mean, the Queen of Cups will nurture, love, and give outwards. But if she were to be in the reverse, she's more about loving and nurturing herself. Self-love could be for some of you in your environment, possibly your person. Four of Wands. So it could be someone that is in a marriage. It could be that this is a very fated opening or opportunity. It's like the 1111. I actually saw that on my phone today, 1111. I'm wondering if you've had any repeating numbers or signs and synchronicities round about now. Four of Wands, though, it speaks to celebration, a homecoming, a party, something like that. But it is also the marriage card, let's not forget. What is in your hopes and fears, possibly on the mind of your person? An ending, a difficult ending, a betrayal, possibly. The betrayal could be within a marriage, if there have been third parties. Or it could be that your person could be celebrating their freedom, right? If they're going through possible separation, divorce. Tens speak to culmination, closing, and opening, right? Let's see what the possible outcome is. Because their perception, or even your perception, what you fear that this could be a betrayal, that someone hasn't been truthful with you about how they feel, where they stand emotionally, or some of you are fearing that this is over, okay, or fearing that you've been betrayed, or you're hoping, you or your person could be hoping that this is the darkest hour and that things will change. Let's look at the outcome. We've got the Emperor here, everyone. So this is someone that's mature, someone that's very experienced in their life. Yes, business owner, father, possibly quite stern, someone who usually goes by the book. They're the leader, they're the boss, they're the manager, the CEO. This could be a single father, someone that's becoming single. This could be someone that wears a uniform. You could see the Emperor here is wearing a suit of armor. So this person could be more focused on career, stability, finances, more than love. As you can see, the suit of armor obviously shields their heart. So someone maybe who's been hurt and doesn't open up very easily, whereas you're coming through as the Queen of Cups. So Aries or any other sign could be the Emperor, let's say. Let's see what this Knight of Swords that's coming in very quickly, very hastily, what he's about. Five of Wands. Talk of conflict, arguments, not being on the same page. This could be a conversation, a back and forth conversation that someone fears to death, right? They have nightmares about it, about things being cleared and the clouds and the illusion and the deception if there have been lies, deception, and holding back. Obviously, the Emperor isn't someone that's they're so experienced, they've been through their own life's experiences. They don't open up easily. They need to keep that persona of strength, right? And I'm the untouchable, something like that. So the conversation could also be about someone going through a family feud, arguments with a family. Could be the family that they've built, or even other issues that they're going through relative to legacy and inheritance, anything like that. Because we've also got the death card. So fighting with siblings, family issues coming up. Maybe they've put love on the back burner. They were dealing with something else and sort of not showing up for love. Let's see what the challenge is with the Three of Wands. There could also be physical distance between the two of you. Big social standing. Your social standing is very different. You've got an age difference. Your beliefs are different. It's like two people from two very different worlds coming together, trying to find the middle point. Not an easy thing. And also someone has been going through financial stress, distress, with the Five of Pentacles in the challenge position. Let's look at the seed here with the Four of Cups, the Tower. Someone's gone through an enlightenment, or something's broken down because they were emotionally very unhappy where they were, thinking to make changes, or something was revealed very suddenly, very unexpectedly with the Moon here. They've had lots of revelations, possibly also awakening as to secrets relative to the home, the connection, maybe a past connection that they were in, or someone's been enlightened relative to their subconscious and what they truly feel in their heart. A wake-up call. The recent past with the Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. We've got the Six of Cups. So there's nostalgia relative to the past, but there's also issues surrounding children. We are talking more than likely a father or a grandfather. It could be. But there is themes relative to the past that are coming up. Right, with the Six of Cups, this is going down memory lane. Once upon a time where there was equal emotional give and take. In the past, in the deep past, we've got the Four of Cups. Someone went through an awakening here, or something changed relative to their living conditions, which maybe has been very hard for them, which maybe they have not communicated to you. But they're going down memory lane, reminiscing, and they hold you in their memory. Wow. We've got karma, and this is judgment. So someone going through a moment of crisis. This is a card of resurrection, but not someone not living happily under a family unit, going through a critical moment. There are children, but also the karma card for me, it shows the eclipse. So obviously during this time of eclipses, since it's in the recent past position, a lot of karma has been playing out, has been served. Karma served warm or served cold, I don't know. This is also a card of someone hoping for a second chance with a soulmate of the past. Right? Again, Scorpio comes through. Let's look at what's crowning and what's on the mind of your person or of you. We've got the Lovers here. This to me is the twin flame connection, even though we've also got the soulmate card, Six of Cups. This is like someone being in between two worlds, right? The Lovers don't usually come together when they're the perfect match. They usually are very unmatched, but there's a deep connection here, a godly, divine union and understanding. It goes deep. Doesn't matter how you look, who you are, what you believe. The Lovers are here. So there's possibly, you could be dealing with someone that's trying to use more their logic than what going with their heart, right? And Gemini comes through, and Gemini, of course, is where Uranus is. So Uranus is the awakener. do expect news, do expect communication. It's going to be very connected to the past. I think that's what the Tower is here. It's Uranus in Gemini, that finally someone's breaking out or breaking free and understanding who is their twin flame, who is their person. We've got the Magician. As I said, do expect communication. The stars align for a possible new beginning. Gemini, Virgo come through. What is the Sun card in the near future? We've got the Seven of Wands. Someone's given an opportunity to take action, even though it's against the odds. They've got the higher ground. They need to fight for this. They're going through a difficult turn. And this may also be that if your person is hoping for reconciliation, they feel like like they're hitting a wall. They possibly feel worried about returning. Why? Because I do see the Seven of Wands as like a wild animal in a cage, or someone that's protecting themselves because they've gone through so much, right? Remember, the Seven of Wands comes after the Six, which can speak to ego, and ego could be very hurtful. When someone's holding, their position, it's, I'm the one, you need to serve me. That's the shadow side of Leo. Maybe possibly dealing with someone that was very successful. We've got the Emperor here. And to me, these two cards say that someone truly knows now what's in their heart. And this is the opportunity that they will have. They're fighting for something or someone that they really connect with, heart to heart. Let's take one more. We've got the Six of Wands, so we go back. We talk about the cards and then they show up, right? So to me, this is like going back to the past, someone possibly being humbled, grounded. We have had challenging aspects with the eclipses. They're all about eclipsing the ego, eclipsing the feeling of betrayal, needing to forgive, needing to release, needing to self-love. All these themes that have come up relative to the eclipses. The opportune moment here is that there can be success as long as someone will grab the opportunity that's coming in, right? And to me, this is more like, okay, this can happen if there'll be teamwork. It's not a one-sided relationship anymore. You're either on board or you're not on board. That's sort of the Seven of Wands and the Six of Wands for me here. It's the only way that it can happen, when both parties want this. Let's look at you and the Queen of Cups, which is Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. We've got the Three of Cups. Three of Cups, again, another card of reconciliation or happiness, or support from friends, your tribe, right here. Three of Cups, beautiful card. It can speak to a possible meeting if that's on the cards for you. We do see a fair bit of fire. We've got a little bit of everything here. We've got all the elements here. Let's take one more on the Three of Cups. Some of you may be in a group where you're listening to others, where you're listening to your friends, advising you relative to matters of the heart. I would say trust your own intuition. Don't go with what others are telling you. And we've got the King of Wands. King of Wands, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, or even Scorpio. King of Wands, on in the upright, he would be someone that's ready to take action, someone that's very mature, someone that's very playful, flirtatious, but also they know their power and they've got that will and that drive. King of Wands would be Mars in Scorpio for me. So it could be that you hold the position of king, unless there are third-party situations here and you've got someone that could be egotistical. That would be the shadow side to the King of Wands. Someone that's not like a king. Someone that is, it's like some of you could be in a relationship where you're dealing with a wuss. Someone that's not giving you the stability. Someone that could be also flirtatious and unloyal, but also someone that doesn't uphold the power to hold on to you. That could be the case as well, because the King of Wands will flirt, they will play, they think that they're God's gift to women, let's say. That could be an ex of yours where you've given heart, they've given only nothing serious, more about play, flirtation, and they see it very lightly, let's say. Unless, of course, this is, if you are dealing with a Scorpio, there is a possibility that if this is your person, we have many similarities with the Emperor and the King of Wands. Let's look at the Four of Wands and your environment relative to your person. 4 of Wands, 4 of Swords. Your person's gone through a possible heartbreak, breakup, possibly of a marriage. It could be the 4 of Swords showing up here. They need their time. Things are up in the air. Maybe they're overworked and underpaid. What I mean by that, they've done a lot, but they still have not seen the outcome of it. And they're putting in extra effort, trying to juggle everything at once. Possibly trying to get out of a past relationship, if that's the case, heal and not lose you. Because I do feel that there is a strong connection here. We've got the Queen of Pentacles here. This could be a spouse, or this could be, because the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, very similar, very feminine. Queen of Pentacles, someone stable, someone grounded, someone that's loyal, and someone that is the go-to person. Someone that exudes the perfect mother, the perfect wife, spouse, so on and so forth. So I don't know if this is an ex, or this is your energy and how they see you. Remember, this is the minor of the Empress. Okay. Let's take one more on that. And we've got the Page of Pentacles. This could be a spouse and a child, or your person could be thinking of sending a message, something to do with the growth of your connection. Talk about children as well. Lots to do about finances, money, and the practical side of your connection. Let's look at that 10 of Swords. Yep, 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. That is the end of an era, no doubt. And the Star, which promises a wish fulfillment. This could also be your person going through hardship, going through an ending, hoping for this bliss, the 10 of Cups, something that they've always imagined, always hoped for. There is hope, but this can also speak to communication through social media and the internet. The Aquarius season is promised here. Let's look at the Emperor. Yep, we've got Temperance, which says your person needs their timing. They need to go through healing. They're looking to harmonize their life. They're looking to be able to feel more balanced. Could be someone that's very, very patient as well. Sagittarius also comes through, as well as a possible physical distance, right? This is someone who is possibly very strongly in their emotions, but they're wanting to stabilize things. You could see that the Archangel here is stepping on the water as well as the earth. So they're probably fluctuating between the practical side of life, their finances, their security of their children, and possibly their emotions, trying to find the balance. We've also got another balance card here with the Two of Pentacles. And we've got the Death card. So big changes, big metamorphosis. Again, Scorpio comes through very, very strongly. Interesting. Big changes for this Emperor. So it is showing us the Scorpio Sag season could be very significant relative to if this is your reading. Let's look at that 5 of Wands for a moment in the now. Yeah, they're this could be an internal battle on whether they will clear the air, whether they will send out that message. And messages Communication could be about legalities or children or a family feud or a separation, divorce, right? Or they will be telling you what they've come to understand, what breakthrough they've gone through, what decision they've made. And we've got the Ace of Swords, very powerful. This is an opportunity to clear the air, surely. Let's look at the romance angels. You've got someone that's possibly very patient, or they're asking you to be patient as they're going through a death process, a big metamorphosis in their life. Remember, Mars is anything cutting. So if you're dealing with someone that holds very strong Scorpio, they're going through, Mars is the scalpel, right? But it's also very deep passion. I mean, Scorpio also speaks to, a secret connection that's very passionate, very sexual. Let's see what the romance angels have. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Playfulness. To recapture romance. Allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. There's something that's blocking this romantic connection. Someone needs to free themselves from another situation, whether it's another relationship, whether it's from fear, whether it's from someone that's having nightmares or wanting to do the right thing by their children, possibly not ready for the next connection or not ready to validate and bring it out in the open if you're in a secretive connection. Let's see what's at the bottom. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. This could be a secret meeting, okay, which can promise something long term, because we see a bride and a groom here. New love, new chapter. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. If this is a platonic relationship that has not taken form, there is the possibility, because we've got the getting to know each other, right? Let's look at, because the new love could be a new cycle. And for others of you, this could be someone that's entering your life that you did not expect. And this person is meant to be. I truly feel that. And you will feel the romance straight away. There'll be play, there'll be flirtation. And some of you could be meeting them, going out, meeting up with friends. Let's look at your person, the person you're interested in, and their subconscious, what's mysterious in their psyche that you don't know about. They could be spying on you, checking you out through the internet, admiring you from afar. They're not wanting to be open about that. They're holding back on the fact that they admire you, either from afar or as a person if you know each other already. And this could also be someone checking out your social media without you knowing that. And we've got an awakening. There could also be fear from your person relative to whether you've been deceptive with them, but they've been going through an awakening surely. It's like they're your mirroring other. So that tells me that what they're feeling, you're probably mirroring each other. Right? That would be the twin flame connection for me. You're a mirror image of each other, but you could also be polar opposites where you complete each other. Let's see. Let's look at you. Compromise. Maybe you're in another connection. You're compromised your life, possibly. And that's possibly blocking the union that you want. Yeah. Unless some of you have had enough and you don't want to come to the table relative to, if you feel as though they've betrayed you, whatever's going on here. But there's telepathy here. You feel your person. Most of you here are female. And that's why I'm saying that your person is connecting with you on those higher realms. There's telepathy for sure. So telepathy means, of course, you know, I think of them and then I hear a song on the radio, you know what I mean? Or their name keeps coming up, or you feel what they feel. Forgiveness. You feel, I feel that they're sending you messages that they're asking for forgiveness. That's what they're beaming out to you. And they want to come and meet you halfway with a compromise card. Some of you may be saying, I'm not going to forgive. They've done too much to me. But remember that Pisces, the release of the hurt, the pain, the feeling that you're the miser. Maybe your person could not give you what you wanted when you wanted it. Maybe, you know, I do feel that there's karma and there's a necessity to release here. There's a necessity for forgiveness here. What is the general energy? We've got fall. And the fall means it's like hibernation, like we're going into autumn, fall season. It's like you're thinking, this ain't going to happen. There's a negative connotation to the fall card. But to me, yes, it probably is a timing card heading towards the Capricorn season. I do see it as Christmas as well because of the pumpkins here. And beneath that, we've got nostalgia and the material world. So, and a commitment. Goodness me. So this does tie in very much with the spread. Maybe the fall season will be very significant. Now, I know that those of you in the southern hemisphere, maybe the fall season that's past is significant, or this could speak to next year, the fall season for you. For those in the northern hemisphere, the fall season is upon us, so that could be significant for those of you. Let's see what's beneath here. Three of Swords, Three of Pentacles, and this is the blind person that's bringing clarity and light. They're writing a note. This is like an opening of the heart. Within the heart there is pain, there is trouble, there are third parties here. This has got the opportunity, the Ace of Swords, to clear the hurt, to open up. Because this person can't see, so he's looking from his heart. What his hand is driven by his heart. So there could be an opening of heartfelt conversations here, even though there could be challenge as well and pain, because there's fear here as well. And the Nine of Wands, some of you may have blocked this person. Someone's put up a wall, if not literally then metaphorically. Someone's protecting themselves, or they're going through a lot. Let's see what the Lenormand has. What's going on in love? What is the potential here on this general reading? Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I don't know that we'll be in the premiere tonight. I cannot promise you. I've got some obligations. So whether I am, you'll be able to see me there in the chat. If not, we'll do this next week. We've got flirtation, an offer on the table. This could also be an apology. And the Page of Swords could also be an apology. An offer that's taken forever. An offer that is blocked because someone feels a sense of loneliness, like there's a detach, or someone has got they're dealing with a red tape, right? Dealing with something that they need to go by the book with. The Tower. The Tower is different, of course, in the Tarot than in the Lenormand. This speaks to delays, but there's an offer on the table. It's just delayed. And this is a Saturnian card, which speaks to, of course, this is someone who's in solitude. The Tower speaks to authorities, loneliness, isolation, and ego, and arrogance. Energetically, that could also be what's blocking this love connection. Yeah, there's deception, there's trickery, there's tact here. Someone's protecting their heart. There's a lot of secrets relative to a snake. The snake could be third parties. right? Or someone going through a metamorphosis. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, of course they're not going to open up easily to you. Remember that the snake also speaks to planning. There's strategy and there's planning here. Planning for a wish fulfillment, movement, travel, changes in the future. 16 is the stars, but it's also a tower number, right? Number 16. Now, this could bring clarity where there was a lot of deception or things that were unknown. It is a Neptunian card. It's Neptune in Pisces. And it's also a card of dreams. Your person could be dreaming about you. Some of you could be having some prophetic dreams. But the star is also an optimistic card. Now, it could be news that comes in during the night time as well. And there's the key, which will bring revelations, clarity, openings where there were blockages and locked doors, right? The key speaks to healing. It is Chiron for me. So it is an opportunity. But there's still worry here with the mice. The mice is a difficult card, right? It's Chiron in Libra. Someone wants the equality within a relationship. The mice is Chiron in Libra. Now we've got Chiron in Aries. So someone is maybe fearing, right, the beginning of this, or someone is fearing taking charge. Someone's fearing chasing their desires. But there's an open wound where relationships, there's been imbalance and there's been a lack of justice and fairness here. That's what the mice tell me, right? Someone feels like time is running out. Relative to love, lots of worries, third parties. Someone feels like they're losing, time is running out, and that this may not ever happen. Let's take a message from the wisdom of the oracle and read the love portion, and then we'll take some love messages. My dear friends, as we said, this is not going to be too long. Okay. We've got observer, and it's in the reverse. Feels like some of you may figure out that someone has been checking you out, or this will be revealed through communication, or it's someone's going to get caught out by accident, because the fox also speaks to tact, right? And the snake speaks to its moon in Cancer. It's someone that holds their personal stories, their personal life in the dark. Or yes, the snake can speak to deception, or your person possibly dealing with someone that was very tactic and very deceptive, if that's someone else. But this also speaks to wisdom and craving, deep seduction, deep connection that could also be very secretive. Let's read the number 49. 49 could also be an age. 4 and a 9 equals 13. Scorpio comes through again. Pay attention to the 13th of October. And let's read the relationship message. Sometimes you just can't see the forest for the trees in your way. Feelings can get all jumbled up, and often you hear one thing when a person says another. It can be like an echo of an unresolved past experience dubbed over your conversation. Take time out before you react. It's likely the other person has no idea how his or her words have affected you. Take a few steps back and lend understanding to the situation. Have faith in your connection and trust that you can come together. Take to higher ground now and cultivate curiosity about what you observe in yourself, in others, and in the landscape. You will find things much improved sooner than you know. So this is like taking the higher ground. To me, it's like the Seven of Wands, someone going above and beyond. That's the way that you can succeed here with the Six of Wands here. As long as you're curious, right, children? Leo, the sun, speaks to the inner child. Children are curious. They can want to play. They can ask questions. Maybe it's a time to do that. Or maybe that's being asked of you. And again, I see the moon here. So we've just had a solar eclipse, a new moon in Virgo. It's an amplified new moon. So as this starts to wax, the new moon in Virgo, remember new moon at the 29th degree is the anaretic degree, which talks about a sense of urgency. Something's got to give, right? Virgo's serviced, done as much as they can. Now we see the sun having ingressed into Libra. Happy birthday, dear Libra. And but Venus is still grounded. She's stepping on the Virgo part of the chart. She wants to see the action or the service or the reality where love is concerned. That's the only way that balance can come in. So there can be a little bit of nitty-gritty back and forth, the little details and going back to the past and being nitpicky, and it can get quite frustrating, but doing the work, putting the extra effort in, nurturing and loving like Virgo does. We've got the opportunity as the sun now is in Libra, and that's the sign of connecting with others, finding the balance and the fairness. All right, let's take some love messages. And if you've received any of these messages in the past, maybe there's something in this reading for you. We've had the Death card come through twice. A lot to do with changes, big changes. We've got so many tens here. Tens do speak to endings and new beginnings. You grew a flower in my heart, which I call love. I'm coming to meet you. I want to be with you. I have never loved like this before. I feel like a fool for leaving you. Babe, I love you so. And no more conflicts. I'm now free to pursue you. You were cold, distant to me. I needed more passion. This could be some of the details, some of the wounding that comes up, and someone freaks out and says, oh my God, maybe I was too cold. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, they need more passion. They need depth. They need complete union. And the union will complete in the bedroom, especially with Scorpio. So unless that happens, and this is a platonic relationship, unless the bedroom happens, don't expect something stable, long-term, and serious. Okay? All right, my dear friends. Remember, this was a general reading. If you're interested in a personal, and of course, if you're a patron, you get a discount off the bat. If you've been with us, you've had readings before, and you're a known client, friend, obviously you get a discount. If you're a newcomer, of course, and you're interested in a personal reading, everything is down the bottom, all the details. Okay, so we don't actually have a special on right now, but joining us on Patreon, you can also win. We give 3 free readings every single month. So by joining us on Patreon, you're in the draw for a lucky win. 3 winners every single month, sometimes even 4 and 5. But we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your subscriptions, your donations. They really help. I hope that we were able to give you a little bit of clarity today. If not, next week, again, when we connect again, my dear friends, and we'll be working on the love readings for Patreon. Hopefully we'll have those out before October this month. As last month they were late because of holiday season. Thank you so much. Love and light to all of you. And yes, of course, little Pandora is still with us. We have uploaded some photos on Facebook. Maybe people can, we can find a good house for her, a good home. And thank you for your wishes, always your love in whichever way you show it. It does help sharing these videos and even giving us a little heart beneath. Okay, love and light, everyone. Talk to you soon. Love you lots.